Because Mark is shorter than the other Gospels, I don't know about you, but I've been tempted to see him as more the simple Gospel. And there is a simplicity in how he goes about things. There's an immediacy, there's a speed, all those things. But there's great depth as well. And I want us just to see some of that depth in the passage from Sunday. We didn't get a chance to put in the sermon. Chapter 1, verse 1. This is the beginning of the good news about Jesus Christ, Jesus the Messiah, the Son of God. So this is the anointed one, like the anointed ones in the Old Testament, particularly David. Okay, so we're seeing a new king, God's king. So we're expecting another David. And in chapter 1, verse 12, 13, Jesus is driven out into the wilderness and he's tempted by Satan. It's a kind of David and Goliath moment where he resists Satan's temptation over 40 days. And so that's great. He's a kind of warrior David beating the Goliath, the Satan figure. Now, what would you expect a King David to do after that? Well, straight after defeating Goliath, King David is called in to help Saul, who's possessed by an evil spirit. And David plays his harp for him, and that spirit is sort of soothed and kind of, in a sense, removed. So it's interesting, isn't it, that Jesus goes into a synagogue and immediately casts out an evil spirit from a man there. That's a kind of David thing to do. But then at the end of our passage, and I just mentioned this on Sunday, our translation in the NIV doesn't sort of bring it out so much, but verse 36, Simon and his companions went to look for Jesus. So actually, they hunted him down is actually more literally what it means. It's that hunting word. And again, that's a word that's used of David. This time Saul came to hunt him down, to look for him when David was hiding out in the wilderness area, which is where Jesus is gone to pray. So just in these little subtle ways, and maybe I'm reading into it, but I think just Mark is dropping these little hints that yes, here is the Christ, the one who is David's son, the one like David, who defeats Goliath, Satan, who casts out evil spirits, and who is hunted down. And it's striking, isn't it? Because it's not Saul who's hunting down, it's his disciples. They think they're doing the right thing, but actually they're not. And we're going to see the dynamics at play that lead actually to Jesus' death, which is a saving death and the whole reason he's come, which is so wonderful. So, yes, Mark's simple, but there are some depths there. And I hope that encourages us, that God's Spirit's got lots to feed and encourage our hearts in from Mark's Gospel.